Oh, yeah, dude.
Hey, folks, welcome back to the Tiger Sports Show after a tough couple weeks of hiatus. But we're back here. I'm Greg Mays, and I'm joined by my co host and brother, Trent Mays, who claims this is his show and he is in control of it from now on. I like that. I like how he's grabbing hold of this show and he's going to control it. This is an excellent point in the history of the Tiger Sports Show.
Well,
Trent, thank you so much for your leadership.
Okay, just 2 seconds. This should be the people's show. This isn't my show. I don't set the schedule. The rundown was just given to me 2 seconds ago. I wanted to do another sport first, and I got kibosh because I got voted 2-1, and then there's a third vote next to you. I got outvoted by the special guest from last night. We've had a trivia question one time. I got it right. We haven't had a trivia question since then.
Did you get it right? What the people want to know, Trent, is did you get the trivia question right?
Yeah, 214, 114.
So,
and then you guys said I cheated.
You won trivia at that point. That's why it ended. You won it. It's over.
Well, you guys were in shock because I got something right and you didn't have anything to make fun of me about. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That was, yeah.
That's the Hastings Public School fun run.
What?
Trent had a great second place finish there. Yeah, there it is.
Trent was also dead that day too. So, and I'm laughing at you because you are running in a fun run. So we're just going to set
I don't think what I did could be called running, but okay.
Well, you ran more than me. Hey, we're going to set the record straight. I did almost 20,000 steps that day. I should have just got the shirt, went to the corner, got in the car, and went to softball because I was exhausted that day. I was exhausted Friday. But yeah, this is the people's show.
The record is now straight. We have the record straight. All right. Hey, let's talk Tiger softball, Trent. Headed back to the state tournament after a 1-year hiatus. You said the weather was beautiful out at the complex for districts?
No, the weather was tough. It was windy. It was cold. It was miserable. I sat by the largest tree I could find because I thought it would shelter me from the wind a little bit. It did not. My chair tipped over. But the Tigers had two.
How much snow and ice was on the ground?
What?
How much snow and ice was on the ground? How much snow and ice was on the ground?
The sun was out.
That means it's great weather for softball districts, Trent.
Well, the wind was blowing 30 miles an hour. The temps were in the mid-40s. It was miserable. But the Tigers' bats were hot.
I have stood in 2 inches of frozen water watching softball districts. It sounds like you had a nice day.
Oh, no. But the Tiger bats were hot.
Tell me about the hot bat.
Well, the Tigers played Bennington.
So tell me, give me the story. I had to work.
Well, yeah, I got off. I went to it. Tigers open. Well, I'm getting there. You said a tight show, and then you're rambling about making fun of me for 5 minutes. Okay, so Bennington opens the game with a pair of 2-run homers. So it looked a little Dwyer. It looked a little dire for the ladies, but they just rallied with 5 runs the last 2 innings to put the game away. Brooke Ochsner got the win in the first game. She had the big hit for the 8-run rule in 5. The key in both games was the bottom of the order. There's several freshmen down there. They collected. Piper Whitty had 1 hit. Winsel had 2. Kratzer had 1. And Haley Schultz had 1. So that was huge. Maddie hit a home run. They play small ball. They bunt. When they get a big hit, it helps. And then in game 2, they took care of business. They won 16-2. They scored in every inning. It only played 4. They had 9 runs in the third. Brooke Ochsner opened the game with a homer. Our favorite fan of the show, Emma Langren, had a homer 2 at-bats later in the first inning. And they didn't look back from that. So Maddie pitched game 2. They're going back to state. They play next Wednesday. And then the bottom of the order again. They had Well, they had 3 hits. Wenzel had 1, Kratzer, and then Schultz had another. So when those girls hit, they get
A
on base.
dominant performance by the Tigers, a no drama district title. But you tell me that Coach Marquardt has a different nickname for this team.
Well, I'll just when we've talked, they've been a little bit on a roller coaster. They play a lot of small ball. They're playing a lot of young girls, freshmen and sophomores. Bennington handled them 3 weeks ago, 9-1 in our invite.
Yeah,
and then we played them last week.
Saturday.
Yeah, that was a dark one. And then we played them last week, and the bats showed up last Monday. Like you said, those sub districts are just state scheduled regular season games. So that's all that was, and they knew they were in. And then there were a lot of upsets, so that helped us get at home yesterday.
So do we have any idea who we're going to see in the first round next Wednesday? It's 2:00 Wednesday, right?
Yeah, 2, which is good because that helps me. It's probably Gering or GA Northwest. So the Gering and Northwest both play today at 11. So we'll be curiously watching the Gering score. If they win, they're probably the 2 seeds. So new format this year. There's 2 4-team brackets, and then they'll play out, and then they move the final day to TV in Omaha.
Are those 4 brackets totally separate, or do they still
I think they cross over
at
the end in the losers bracket. I think they cross over towards the end, but it's not as much no separation. Oh, I don't know.
Totally separate. So basically, you have 2 separate 4-team tournaments.
Yeah, and then
the winners of those tournaments will play on TV in Omaha.
Yeah, and then there's a little note at the bottom of, like, when you get into the bottom bracket that there might be a crossover. It does note that at the bottom. Yeah, to avoid who you played already or something. So,
well, let's just keep the Tiger girls out of the losers bracket. Then we won't have to worry about it. Yeah, keep the Tiger girls out of the losers bracket. We won't have to worry about it.
It's just good to see them back. One senior with Emma, and I don't know, they just are who they are. So they're pretty young, and Emma's done a great job of leading them. She had some big hits yesterday, and they made plays in the field. Haley Schultz ran in. So Haley is literally playing left field. She's running into the wind, stretches out. Paul Julian has a great 3-picture series of her catching that ball in the last inning, and then just snagged it on the fly, running into the wind. And then Kenzie Nolette trying to do her best Sammy impersonation with the Severny girl. She's right at the fence, taking 2 line drive homers away that were out. And then there were a lot of bombs. If you got one to left field in the jet stream yesterday and you got it up in the air, it was going a long ways. So,
well, definitely a great day to be a Tiger out at softball, and then it continued into the night at Tiger football. What are your impressions on the big comeback last night to beat Scotts Bluff? Just a fabulous football game, Trenner.
Yeah, the defense stepped up. Scotts Bluff's not going to mess around with you. They're only running 3 or 4 plays, and they all look the same. So it's time to step up and fill your gaps and do your job. The ending was amazing. I had moved to the north end zone to go up the ramp and leave, and they made the stop. Did you guys think it was started at the R30? Is that how far Scotts Bluff got where we stopped them? 32?
Yeah, it had to be right about the 30 because, of course, we had the big 4th down right away. A chance to make them go 4 and out and give up the ball, and we jump off sides. And then it really felt like the Tigers lost their footing a little bit, like that rattled them. And Scotts Bluff rolls off 2 first downs, and it looks like we're not even going to get to use our timeouts. And then the boys stood back up, got a couple stops, forced a big 4th down, and for the second time in the second half, stuffed a very, very, very good rushing offense for no gain, and then took over the ball.
Yeah, to me, the Scotts Bluff was running all the ways to the right. It was our big animals play from downtown junior high days. they were lining up all the big
Yep.
boys to the right and said, let's see if you can stop them. And they did. So the key was we hit Landon Heinrichs on some out routes. We tried the out and we had one. We left at least one touchdown on the field. We ran the out and up with Landon in the third quarter going into the north, and just right off his fingertips, he beat the guy. I was waiting for the out and up again.
A little bit.
I was waiting for the out and up again because he was biting on that out pretty good. But then just like cold-blooded throw by Sinek. I don't know if Tate's got the play. I think we saw it once. But
hold on a second. Let's go through the whole because first they went back to Landon, made a great catch on the sideline. He about makes a great other catch. He just out of bounds before he gets a hold of it. Then we end up with a big fourth down and end up hitting Burton on a little improvisation up the sideline. That was a great throw and a great catch. That put the Tigers on the 22.
Sinek was running for his life. He showed a little sidearm action. He literally threw it right into me. So I had a great spot. I can't believe I wasn't videoing. I got pretty cold.
I love his second half scrambles were great, really looked good. And then, of course, it comes down to the last play. I think we've got the last play. We may even have the volume of Ryder and I's call, which gets dominated a little bit by the joy in the press conference. Let's see if we can watch that last play of the.
He's got time. He looks for the end zone. For Canty Creek, he's in! Touchdown, Tigers! Touchdown, Tigers! I can't believe it.
Gutsy throw, gutsy call back to the middle because he gets tackled at the 1 yard line and you're having trouble spiking.
Seconds left. We don't have now you got to go back to the poise they showed when we got the first down, we had to spike it. And the boys were very calm. They got lined up. You can tell Coach Shoes they've done that repeatedly. Threw it into the ground and to set up the big play. So that was huge. And then there was just a huge celebration. That gets the boys to 4-3. They're sitting. They got
undefeated
a good spot
at home. Probably wrapping up the home season undefeated.
And that
because we probably won't be back to the Osborne Family Sports Complex.
No, and going undefeated is huge at home. They had the near win last week at Northwest. They were up 12 with 4 minutes left. Northwest did some of their magic tricks last night. They were down. I think, can Tate tell us the score? Gehring was up on Northwest by a good margin. They scored 19 points.
1 point win.
The fourth quarter, and they scored with 20 seconds left. So Northwest pulls the rabbit out of their hat again. So that's what they do up there. They have their fancy lights and stuff.
Well, we've got a district. Northwest has won 3 games by 1 point, and we beat Scottsbluff by 1 point. You're talking about one of the most even districts in the state, for sure. Okay, we're back to trivia questions, Trent, because you are the master, but you say you want more. So here we go. I want you to name for me 5 seasons where the Hastings Tigers have gone undefeated at home. 5 seasons.
Oh, man. 1993.
Four of them are easy.
Yeah. What? 4 of them are easy?
4 of them are easy.
93. 97.
That one's easy. 97. I don't think they were unbeaten at home in 97.
Then they lost 2 games. They lost to Lex. I don't think they lost
at home.
I don't know. I'll have to look, but
they lost to Lex. Caught a ball in the south end zone at A.H. Jones to beat them.
Yeah, but that wasn't at home. 97. That was
it was. It was at A.H. Jones.
No, that was at Lex. That's when
the playoff game was at Lex.
Oh yeah, you're man. I don't know. It's too early. I'd say 2000, but I'm not sure. And then
you're going for hard ones. You're going for hard ones instead of easy ones.
07.
No. Lost to Creed at home.
No, I have no clue. I tried.
Well, what about 94?
Yeah, they lost to Kearney on the road. So I didn't count that
Yep.
one.
And Columbus on the road, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
No, I mean Norfolk.
No, Columbus was at home.
Norfolk.
Norfolk. Yeah.
Yeah, but they beat them. Norfolk was the loss.
Yeah. Now we're on the road.
You got this year.
Yeah.
So you got 93, 94 in this year.
And 90. Well, not 97.
I don't think so. I'm double checking right now.
I'm
double
we
checking.
went to Lex twice that year. I thought we went to Lex twice that year. I don't think we played Lex at home. Would it be Cynic? Would it be 2000?
Nope, they lost to Elkhorn in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I guess that counts. I didn't want to count
at
it.
home. And Aurora at home that year.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I won't forget that one. 99.
October 10th, 1997, Lexington comes to H. Jones
Oh.
and beats us. So not 1997.
Right.
You got to go way back to the school's first ever undefeated season.
Oh, 40.
Think Wally Hott.
Yeah, 40.
1940.
Yeah.
Now, the other season I know you witnessed. I know you were at every game.
Was it H. Jones?
At H.
Or
Jones.
It was?
H. Jones. I know you were at every game. I think you were at every road game.
Was it 99? I don't know.
Nope. I think your mom took you to every game in this season.
Oh man, it was 1986 or 85.
Well, 85. Really? Fall of 85.
Yeah, because you beat Grand Island in overtime. Grand Island,
Yep.
Grand Island game is probably the funnest overtime game in Tiger history because all the fans were at the north end of H. Jones. Both student bodies were at the north end. Along the double thing.
There were fences built after that game.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was fun.
All right. Hey, let's move on to tennis.
That was triple overtime.
Hey, what about tennis? Tell us what's going on with tennis because there's something really new in the state here.
Coach Goose, they're just chugging along with Coach Goosewell. The coaches in the state, at least is it B or all or A and B or there's only one, I guess. But they're having an unofficial there is A and B. But they're having an unofficial dual state, sort of like what wrestling does. So we're seeded 11th. We're going to play the Patriots again. We just beat them on Thursday with Coach Goosewell, and he's working hard to promote the program, and he's a really good guy. I see him every morning, first thing when we come back from the bus. And Powers, they're looking forward to state. He said I don't know if he said things have changed on the state level just by the number of submissions, number of spots there are at state, regular state and stuff. So, but I went out to watch him a couple weeks ago. We watched Powers, the Power kid, and the Ablett kid play. So, in doubles, that's a lot of height playing duals tennis. So,
yeah. That'll be interesting to see how that dual state tournament goes. It looks like they're scoring it out of 5 matches, which I assume is first singles, second singles, and then maybe
2 doubles.
Well, I know there'd be 2 doubles. I don't know if there's a third singles or a third doubles.
Yeah.
3 singles matches. And the Tigers won 3-2 over Adams Central in a warm-up for that. I just got my reminder. I've got to go do a tour for the class of 1973 later today. They're going to be in Hastings. So Coach Theo Harris and I are going to give them a tour. All right. Well, what about cross country this week? Pretty nice run at Blair in conference cross country. Boys finished second and the girls finished third. Carrera finished second as an individual for the boys. Sophia Reynolds was in the top 10 for the girls. Hey, I've been figuring conference all sports standings. Trenner, where do you think the Tigers are sitting?
I have no clue. I'll be honest.
Right now, third. I've got them third. Right, a half point behind Norris and a half point ahead, I think, of Waverly or Elkhorn High. It's close. Elkhorn North's kind of running away with it, but it's exciting to see the Tigers being competitive in the Eastern Midlands in this first year, because we knew that was going to be a tough conference.
Yeah, Carrera's in the top 4 individually in B. I think it's there's some Twitter site I follow. The boys are rated in the top 5, or they were the last time I saw the standings, and the girls they just cracked the top 10. The last ratings I saw on Twitter. So, and they have districts next week and then states the following week. So hopefully Carrera can.
But I got those places wrong. The boys were third and the girls were fourth. And Diego finished 12th. I should mention that too. But yeah, it's a big week. Volleyball heads over. Oh, one more thing about cross country. Both those teams have a chance to go to Overton and qualify for state. Yeah. Overton, not one of my favorite courses, but hopefully they'll have a great day over there. Hey, volleyball's at conference meet today with the 5th seed. Like to see those girls get a win or two at conference. I'm not sure who's hosting that, Trenner. Do you know?
Not sure. I saw the bracket, but I didn't see that.
Elk North is. Tate says Elk North. We went up to Elkhorn High and got a win the other day. That had to feel good for the girls. Be interested to see how they come out in conference.
I did a little. We're going to go back into the Wayback Machine. A couple of weeks ago, I had to run the scoreboard for C volleyball against Scott, and I had to do the C match. I got asked at the last second by our awesome activities director Tracy Douglas, and she used the.
Were you also the libero tracker?
No, I was not.
Did you also have to do libero tracking?
No, I was not the libero tracker. I do have a lot of respect for scoreboard operations in volleyball, because Ellie Friend brought her A game that day, and she did an awesome job, because even at C volleyball, that is tough to know who they're coming in for and that. And I gave Coach Susie a huge compliment, because I came in, and I'll be honest, it's Scott. So I thought Scott was just going to wipe the floor with us. Did not happen. Their back line was a mess. They couldn't keep the ball off their side. Our libero and our digging, and I told Coach Susie this, I told Coach Turner this, I was very impressed how clean we kept our back line, because I've learned a lot of volleyball from listening to my Twitter friend Lauren Cook West on the Husker volleyball. Shout out to Lo, because we have some Twitter talk during the matches. Yeah. So, but I've learned a lot just listening to her and JB. And you keep your back line clean, you're going to win some volleyball matches. And we took 2. They were close at the start when I was there, when I was working that, and then we walked away with it at the end because we kept our back line clean. So
awesome. It's nice to hear that those fundamentals are getting done at the lower levels. That's always a good sign for the future. Hey, one more thing. One more thing this week, we've got Class B state golf, and the girls' golf team is low on numbers this year, but Elena Stevenson finished 8th at districts and is headed to state, and so we'll see how she does. Maybe producer Tate will tell me where Class B state golf is this year. Not sure where they're headed. Out west, he says. All right, they're headed west. Maybe not all the way Gering or Scotts Bluff again, in the side of the bluff. All right. Well, I remember when Anna Cafferty was out there competing. Now she'll be out there coaching.
And I just saw posters for Unified Show Choir. So that is a new organization with Unified Bowling. We're getting started pretty soon.
I'm roughing my Unified Bowling. Are we getting that ready to go?
Yeah, they're getting ready to go. They had their meeting on Monday. I was at softball. So, and then the Tiger Esports have a new home. Middle library. We call it Mr. Alex's territory. They got some nice computers. They got a couple big screens. I saw some pictures that we had posted from esports, and they had a lot of kids in there and stuff.
All right. So, well, I hope you're going to get to some matches to report on that. Let us know what's going on.
definitely going to try.
You're like a video game expert too. You know a lot about video games.
No, not really.
I thought you did.
No,
You know
I
more
just
than I
remember
do.
the one. I remember the one time that you played Mario Kart with us, and you got in the. So just to let the fans of the show know, our family favorite course is the mall course. You happen to get stuck by an impossible mirror that you cannot get stuck behind glass, and the only time you played the game, you got stuck behind the glass and couldn't figure it out. So
I'll tell you what, Trenner, when our esports team competes in Donkey Kong, I'll be showing up that week to teach them cross-hand technique. Cross-hand technique like in 1983 when we had real video games.
well,
All right. All right, Trenner, what are you looking forward to most this week?
Well,
Is it
I'm
state
looking forward
softball?
to
Is that your
state
big Tiger
softball.
event?
Football's got a huge game. They're going to go to the Metro to play Ralston. They're 4-3, getting to 5-3.
I want to go to that game.
5-3 would look really good. You played the last time I thought we played at Ralston.
It didn't go well. I would like to have better feelings for that stadium. All right.
Coach Adler's, he's not with them now, but they probably have an excellent facility. But football could get to 5-3. Good luck to the ladies at state. Hopefully, lots of the kids and fans get out the complex. I'm looking forward to the outfield being open again, so you can sit right behind the outfielders because they stand right at the fence. So,
all right. Well, Trent, you got the last word. Let's wrap up this Tiger Sports Show.
Go Tigers! Let's get some W's.
Go Tigers! Thanks, folks.
Yeah, nice picture.